Since this weekend is the big Easter weekend, I decided to share some of my favorite things to bake for the occasion. First up are mini carrot cakes that are fluffy, moist and have some crunchy walnuts in them. Plus, they look adorable. My own recipe is loosely inspired by this Swedish carrot cake recipe in one of my favorite recipe books, but I did make quite a few alterations. You are going to need carrots, an orange, 3 eggs, brown sugar, flour, nutmeg, cinnamon, baking soda and walnuts. You start by grating the carrots and zesting the orange, by far my least favorite activities. Then you combine butter, sugar and the eggs in a big mixing bowl, stirring until the mixture has a creamy texture and appears slightly more pale. Next you're gonna add your flour, your baking soda and your spices. I always like to add loads of cinnamon because I love the taste. Carrots and the orange zest go in afterwards. Don't forget to stir until everything is well incorporated. Lastly, you can add as many roughly chopped walnuts as you like. If you would like to add some raisins to your batter, this would also be the perfect time for that. All that's left now is to put the batter into mini cake tins of your choice. After you have distributed your batter evenly, the cakes go into the preheated oven. While the carrot cakes are baking, you can prepare the glaze. All you need is powdered sugar, cream cheese and a little bit of orange juice. Stir, stir, stir until all the lumps are gone. After your cakes have cooled, you can add the glaze on top. I forgot to film it because I was late to the birthday party I brought them to, but let me assure you that they tasted great and also looked really cute. The second recipe is a classic for everyone who grew up in Great Britain. I didn't, but the hot cross buns still turned out pretty well, especially considering it was my first attempt at making them. Before you get started on the rest of the dough, you will want to warm your milk up in the microwave until it reaches the temperature of a lovely bubble bath. Put in the yeast and stir until everything is incorporated. After a few minutes there should be a foam on top of your milk. That again looks very much like an inviting bubble bath. Meanwhile, you can put your flour into the bowl of your stand mixer, or any other bowl if you don't have one. Add a teaspoon of sugar for sweetness. Then you will want to put in your spices. I used cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice and ginger for my buns. After that, you add in your yeast mixture, as well as 1 egg. I transferred my bowl over to my stand mixer and attached it, but you could also knead the dough by hand. The dough should still be slightly sticky to the touch. Cover the dough with a wet towel and leave it to rest at a warm place. On top of a radiator or in the oven with only the light on is perfect. Once the dough has risen for about 45 minutes, you knead it on a surface that has been generously floured. Divide the dough into 6 pieces and form those into little buns. Put the buns on a baking tray, cover them with a wet towel and let them rest for another 30 minutes. In the meanwhile, we will prepare the mixture for the crosses on the hot cross buns. For that, you only need flour, sugar and water, which you combine into a thick paste. Afterwards, I put that paste into a piping bag and started piping the crosses. Now you only need to bake your buns for roughly 15 to 20 minutes, and then you can enjoy hot cross buns. Delightful! The last recipe is coincidentally my favorite one. Believe me, these are the best cookies you have ever eaten. Yes, even better than the ones from Subway. And they are also great for if you have to use up some leftover chocolate. So turn your cream eggs and chocolate Easter bunnies into delicious cookies. I started by chopping up some chocolate. The one with the fancy wrapping is caramelized white chocolate with sea salt and made the cookies taste divine. I highly recommend it. Melt the butter in your microwave, then combine it with brown sugar and an egg. After that, you just add your flour and baking powder. Mix until everything is combined, but don't overmix your batter. That means your cookies won't turn out as nice. Lastly, you add the chopped up chocolate. The batter has to chill for about half an hour before you can bake it. As soon as the edges turn brown, your cookies are ready. Enjoy them with a nice cup of tea and a good book, or share them with your family. Both are highly encouraged.